Welcome back to AM Northwest. Colorectal cancer is now the leading cause of cancer death among people younger than 50. That's why early detection is so very important. Here to share his cancer journey that began when he was just 40 years old, we welcome Oregon native Matt Hazard. Great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
Let's go back a couple years. What were you doing? What were you feeling?
Well, it was April of 2024, and I ran the Eugene Marathon.
Yeah.
And but I was having some symptoms, and finally went in for a colonoscopy. And less than 2 months later.
Okay, so you weren't feeling quite right.
Right.
Right. You noticed some issues that you were
Correct.
having, and at first you were trying to get to the Boston Marathon, trying to qualify for the Boston.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. And you weren't feeling quite right, and you had a cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your cousin and his warning to you.
Yeah, so my cousin, a couple months before Eugene Marathon, was diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal cancer. And I went and visited him that weekend.
You guys are close.
Yeah, we were only a year and a half, or a month and a half apart.
Yeah.
And grew up together, went to high school together. And then, eventually we're diagnosed within a few months of each other with the same cancer.
Were you at first going to ignore your symptoms?
Yeah, I was training hard for the marathon, but I had some symptoms, and I attributed it to that. But as they persisted, I reached out and had a colonoscopy set up, and then I saw the cost of it and canceled it. And
because your insurance wasn't going to pay for it, is that right?
Yeah, because I'm not 45. So they lowered the age from 50 to 45.
Yeah.
Still not young enough.
Right.
Hopefully that'll change, and that's kind of what we've been working on. But after I'd canceled that appointment, my cousin Corey, I heard he wasn't too happy about that.
Yeah,
so,
he was concerned about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I rescheduled it, and that's when they found the tumor.
So symptoms, we kind of brushed it off a bit, but your
Yeah.
symptoms were blood in a stool,
Yeah,
right?
correct, yep.
And so you just thought, well, I'm going to be fine. The doctor said, well, it's probably nothing. It's probably hemorrhoids or something like that.
That's exactly what they
right?
said. Yep.
So then you get your diagnosis, and what happens in your mind from there? You're thinking, I wanted to run the Boston Marathon.
Yeah, that was in the back of my mind, but my wife was there when I woke up, and I turned to her and said, excuse me, get all choked up.
It's okay.
I said, I'm going to fight, and that's what we've done. So we fought hard.
Stage 4, colorectal cancer.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah. Sounds like your wife pulled you through it.
Yeah, she did.
And what did you do for treatment?
So we pushed really hard right away for scans and everything, and that's when they found stage 4. Then we went through 8 rounds of chemo, and then I had liver surgery to remove a small lesion there, and luckily that hasn't come back. And then completed 27 rounds of daily chemo radiation, where I would take chemo pills and get radiation.
Wow.
Yeah.
When that was all over, you were just like ringing the bell here. What did that feel like?
That was amazing. At that point, we didn't quite know if the radiation had worked,
right,
or if I would need further surgery, but I felt I had accomplished a lot and wanted to ring that bell just to say, hey, I've done this.
Right.
I've finished my treatment. And as of now, over a year later, that was the last treatment I've had. So. And
you've been cancer-free. Yeah, you've been cancer-free for how long? A year?
Yeah, they call it no evidence of disease.
Right.
And it's been, just a little over a year.
Oh, wow.
And I just had scans yesterday and still all clear. So.
Now, you were so focused on the marathon that you kind of really put things to the side for a bit. Mm-hmm. Did you end up doing the marathon?
Yeah, I didn't stop running. I ran through treatment. I trained.
And you did the Boston Marathon.
And I did. I ran Boston, less than 3 months after treatment.
Less than 3 months after treatment.
Yeah.
What was running through your mind? Because there's a lot of time for you to think, right?
As far as during the marathon?
Yeah.
I got tired. I got really tired, and I thought of Corey. I thought of my cousin, and thought of my mom, who also went, excuse me.
She was going through breast cancer, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I got to keep running for them. So
you lost Corey.
we lost Corey.
Was what you're doing now by talking about it, it's to help others from not losing their friends or relatives or themselves,
Yeah,
right?
we don't want anybody to have to go through what we've gone through.
No.
Myself, our family, excuse me. And the only way to do that is to turn our bad situation into some good.
Right.
And the only way we know how to do that is just to get the word out and provide inspiration by sharing our story. So,
Well, I think the biggest thing to talk about is that you were so young at 40.
yeah.
Men who were in their 40s don't think this is even possible.
Yeah.
I mean, doctors or insurance companies, I should say, don't think it's possible.
Right. And, you know, this has always been known as like an old man's disease.
Right.
And it's not anymore. Women get it, young women, young men, and it's happening more and more. So things need to change.
Yeah.
And that's really what we're pushing for is just, you know, listen to your body.
Yeah.
Early detection, whatever tools you can do or tests, get them done.
Yeah. You're being honored in Tucson coming up. Tell me about
Yeah,
that.
I was part of the Sponsor a Survivor program down there. It's Cologuard Classic. It's a tournament, PGA tournament to raise awareness for early detection, put on by Exact Sciences, who has the Cologuard test
Yeah.
for people at you know, medium or normal risk for colon cancer. It's still only for 45 and above because of insurance purposes.
Right.
But it is an amazing event down there. We go down there with other survivors and patients and advocates and learn how to how to spread the word
Right.
and share our stories, and it's
Right.
Yeah.
And I would say the lesson in all of this too is listen to your cousin.
yeah, absolutely.
Right? Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that's incredible. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah,
we
you're
really
welcome.
appreciate it. And congrats to you. You're doing so
Thank
well.
you.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll have more information about colorectal cancer on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back.